Hi, my name is Ms. Clausen-Butcher, and this is part 2 of Subsidiary Motions. If you haven't watched part 1 of Subsidiary Motions, I would check that out because we went over postpone indefinitely, amend, commit or refer, and postpone definitely. Stay tuned for limit extend, previous question, lay on the table, and some questions at the end you may pause and answer in the comments. Great to see you again. Okay, part 2. So we're going into limit and extend now, okay? So it either increases or decreases debate. You can also increase or decrease time that they can speak at a meeting. So say you are at a meeting and you are giving speeches, you can say, I move to limit speeches to 1 minute per person and call it good, okay? You typically, in contest, want to pass this towards the beginning after a few debates. When I say a few, I mean at least 4 people have debated at least once, okay? Then you would pass it saying, I move to extend debates to 2 debates per person per motion, okay? That means that on limit or extend, on postpone indefinitely, they can only debate twice, okay? Or they, on commit or refer, they can only debate twice, okay? Limit or extend, you need to second it. So your partner, your friend, or whatever that's on your team, just go second it, and then you can go. You can amend it up to the number. So say, like I said, 2 debates, you can amend it to say, I move to strike out 2 and insert 3. Okay, so that's how you can amend the limit or extend. It is non-debatable. There's no reason you should debate this. That is out of the line. You should call point of order and call it good, okay? The vote on this is 2/3. So for 2/3 votes, they have to stand, okay? You are basically taking away a member's rights. So that is what happens when you have to vote for 2/3. So limit or extend limits the rights or rights of debate to 2 to 3 to whatever number. So you have to get a 2/3 in favor vote to adopt the limit or extend. Okay. Next is previous question. It stops all debate. Okay. You can choose to say, I move the previous question on all motions, or you can say, I move previous question on the amendment, okay, or on the commit or refer, or on whatever that allows previous question to be applied to, okay. I typically tell my kids to do it at the end of the meeting. So you know you have that time limit. When you see that time limit or a card has gone up, you need to say, I move previous question on all motions, vote on all motions, call an adjourn, and call it good, okay? Don't go over that time. Yeah. Previous question should always be called at the end of the meeting, okay? It requires a second. So your friend over there has to say second. It is non-debatable. It is non-amendable. It requires a 2/3 vote because you are taking away the rights for people to continue to debate. However, if you vote this motion down, you fail this motion, and no one debates, and you just push it to voting itself, your team will not look that great because you need to pass it when there's no one should be against it if no one wanted to debate. Okay, so be sure that you are being smart on that. Okay, final one of subsidiary motions is lay on the table. It basically is putting the motion on the table, so on something, and relaxing it until the next scheduled meeting. Typically something came up. So for an example, I move to lay this motion on the table seeing that our guest speaker has arrived. Or I move to lay this motion on the table seeing that our guest speaker has an early flight in the morning. Okay, something that there's a reason that you need to stop debating now because something else has to happen, okay? Requires a second. It is non-debatable, non-amendable, okay? And this is a voice vote, which means it's a majority. So you say your ayes and nays and you call it good, okay? So let's go over subsidiary motions. From the highest ranking subsidiary motion is lay on the table. Then it goes previous question, then limit or extend, postpone indefinitely, commit or refer, amend, and postpone indefinitely. Remember that the main motion is the lowest ranking overall motion. The lowest ranking subsidiary motion is postpone indefinitely. The highest ranking subsidiary motion is lay on the table. Remember, it goes from down to up, okay? And we'll see you next week. Next week we are going to go over incidental motions. See you then.